every talent you have will fall into a few of these domains. Vocal talent. Creativity. Compassion. Organization. Number 5, relational. I chose to split compassion for relational. I need to explain this domain. Why I'm bringing this is that so that those extras you are seeing everywhere, you can group them into a basket. Hello, are we still together? Vocal talent has to do with any of the talent that require talking. Hello, are you with me? One of the components in this identifying your talent here that I just remembered now, but I will still modify this manual, is stories about your childhood. Your childhood. There are things that you were doing so well as a child, but as you grew, environment dampened it. Hello, are you with me? You notice that our children, as they are growing, they are very expressive, very expressive. And then maybe they were in an abusive, a bully or something. After a while, they now shut down that gift. Once you help them break that shell or come to another environment, that gift will come out. Hello, are you with me? One of the signs of such people is that when they are with people they are comfortable with, they are loquacious. They will give you information of things that happen around you that the way they were behaving, you thought that they were not listening. And they can paint pictures with words. Hello, are you with me? But bring them to a crowd, they hide. They don't like crowds. Such people, go and ask them when they were younger. They will tell you, this one used to be a talkative. Something happened to their talent. Because one of the teachings I'm going to give is the enemies of your giftings. Some of you need to start discerning them and killing them early so that you will not abort the development process. Please, are you with me? So vocal gifts, whether you can talk in stage, whether you are grouped with 2 or 2, counseling. Someone is down, you can spend hours. It gives you joy. Vocal gift, that's it. That's the domain where it falls. Now, when it comes to creativity, talent, or gifts, is a domain where people are good with hands. Yeah, you know that word, hands-on. Hello, are you with me? So some of the hands-on find different expressions. So some of them are very artistic. Some of them are good with writing words. So they are writers. See, some of them now creating niche like content creation, copywriting. Give me copywriting, I'll copy nonsense. But give me mic, I can keep you here for 36 hours. I won't look for what to say. You'll be the one tired. I will stand and still not be tired. So creativity, they are good with hands. There's an element of creativity in vocal, but for separation's sake, But these ones, creativity, they are good with hands. I know people who have taken courses on graphic design, but when they still design, the design is designing them. There are those that just watched how the tools are being used, and on their own, they can spend all night attempting design. Others are tired, they are not tired. That thing, you see, that thing is a strength. So they fall into creativity, things you can do with hands. So you now see things like seamstress things, sewing, designing. You will love it. It's not a girl thing. It's not because you're a woman. No, there are women who hate it. When they see needle and thread, they'll call Chica, come. Shay, you know how to do it. They'll hand over. Even though certain homes, in attempt to domesticate their girl child, forced some people to do it. Even when they finished, they only do those things when they don't have a choice. That is, they don't have a choice. But there are people, it's like they will offer to do it for you. Creativity gifts. They require hands. So when you see Proverbs 30, one woman, part of her talents were creativity. Yes, go and read it. It's one of her strengths. Hello, are you with me? What is the other one? Compassion. What bothers people bother you. Most people in this compassion, you see them in hospitality kind of things. The helpless privilege. You see them driven to build NGO that gives out things. It's not everybody that have that kind of heart. That is, you can hurt them, they will process the hurt, but they will still go back and help people. So sometimes people abuse it, sometimes people overlook it, but it's a gift. The Bible describes it as largeness of heart. Someone say largeness of heart. Yes. The time I read about Solomon, when I saw that scripture, largeness of heart, I only saw the interpretation of largeness of heart as being visionary. But until I studied the leadership principles of the Bible from 1 Samuel to 2 Chronicles, it blew my mind. One of the things about Solomon, I found out that nobody outgave Solomon. Anytime you bring a gift to give him, he will give you more. Yes. The Queen of Sheba came with, the Bible says he gave her so much more, and everything that she desired was given to her. Nobody outgave Solomon. You came to give him something, he will give you something in return that will make what you gave him look like a joke, so that perpetually he was great in your eye, so nobody could dare fight him. It was a reflection of the heart. Hello, are you with me? Compassion ministry. So Jesus' healing ministry, hello, are you with me? What's this? Jesus didn't create anything with hand, but he had these two. So the miracles, the healing, they say Peter's mother-in-law was sick. He truncated the program and went to see her. It's compassion. Then the next one is organizational. Hello, are you with me? Hello, are you here? So there is the organizational skill. This is the individuals that have this skill. They are the people you define as they are born leaders, but there is no concept like that. Once they come into a place and things are not, you see them organizing. Hey, come. Let's get this thing done. It just comes naturally for them. It's not everybody that like it. There are people, if things are scattered, they will just do like this and pass. Another person will stop, pick it up, arrange it. Yes. So you now see some of these giftings have personality inclination. That's why in the definition of the context of personality, it is not one domain you use to define someone's personality. It's a combination of about 5 factors. Please, are you learning something this evening? It's organizational gift. So they organize things. They arrange. So some of them who grow this gift end up stepping in to become event planners. I was listening to a documentary of one of the richest event planner. That in a year she does 300 events. A year is 365, she does 300. And her clients are high profile. Babangida, them children and all that. They asked her how much. They had to pause it in the video so that they will not come and kidnap the woman. Organization. Even her voice, the way she talks, you know that this one is a driver. Drive in the sense that if you give her a project, she will mobilize. She can rally people. Organizational gift. This was what was in Joshua. That when God tells Moses there is a war against the Amalekites, he will talk to Joshua. Joshua will gather the army. This was what was in Andrew. That people were hungry. Peter said, "Oga, let these people go now." Jesus said they will die on the way. Say, give them to eat. It was one of them that went and found the boy that had the 5 loaf. Organization. He says, "Sir, this is small, but we can start somewhere." And Jesus gave them an instruction: make them sit in 50s. Organization. Hello, are you with me? There are friends you have. Once you say, plan my birthday, you can sleep. Everything will be planned. Everything, even to the smallest of things. There are those that if you allow them plan, it's 3 hours to the meeting. Hey, where's cake? Hey, we forgot water. Hey, wine for toasting. Anyway, we can use Coke. What we are saying is that if you can discern these giftings as a leader, you can put people in the area of their strength, not the area of their weakness. I'm able to say this. In development, God never asks you to develop your weakness. He asks you to develop your strength. And then yield your weakness to grace, because there's a sufficient grace in your weakness. So people are trying to build or cultivate the gift they don't have, while neglecting the gift they have. Some are now measuring, they know the gift they have, but they are spending time trying to fix their weakness. I can't talk, but you're a writer. Leave talking now, start writing. As you keep writing, the excellence of the gift will start fixing certain things, that the greatest of you start giving you a platform. You will now be deciding the kind of platform you speak. So if you don't want published crowd of 10,000, you can go to a studio and have a show where you are interviewed, and then they will now broadcast the interview to 10,000. You regulate the space. Is what I'm saying making sense? So there is what we call what? The organizational gift. All these things are in God. When the Bible says the Spirit moved on the surface of the water, and organization, things, light was created before plant. Because if plant was created before light, plant would die. All these are in God. So when God created you out of himself, while he was bringing you out, he took a part of you, part of those gifts, and put it there. That's what he did. You know, those bread they mix with all those easy berries, those small seeds inside it. You can take a chunk of it and pick like 3 pieces. Another person will take a chunk and take 1. Another one takes 8 of it is inside it. So when God was creating you out of himself, he took part of the gifts that is related to what he asked you to do and gave it to you. That knowing your giftings and your calling will make you to be enough. That is, you know, I am good enough because my maker finished me and say I am good. It will deliver you from comparison. You know that the development of our gifting is supposed to be complementary, not competitive. So there are organizational skills. There are people, if I have a major program and I put them in headship, I go and sleep. There are people, if I put it, I'll give me daily feedback. Organizational skill. Then the last one is relational. Relational is that they connect with people. So usually I teach leaders. Anybody you're going to put in follow-up unit, ushering unit, must be relational. If you don't put relational people there, as people are coming up, the usher will... Relational people say, oh, you look so fine, I like your hair. Good evening, ma, you're welcome. Hello, are you with me? Relational. They like connecting with people. They like connecting with people. That is, if you have known them for 20 years, you know that all their friends in that last 20 years, they're in touch. Except those who chose to fight them and push them out of their space. As I'm talking now, think about your circle of friends. You know there is that one person who they tell you, I still talk to my primary school friend. I can't remember any of my primary school friends. Not one. I'm serious. It's not a good thing, but that is me. I'm not in touch with one. There are those, that is almost 60% of their class, they are still talking. They know those who are alive. They know those who are dead. They know those who are. It's not that they knew because they created a WhatsApp group. It's that they eventually found a way that if they meet one, they start asking, what of Chika? What of Chinedu? What of that one that had that big head? That one that had bat ear? They will laugh. He said, no, if you see him now, he's fine. Are you serious? Send me the picture. They will spend credit, their airtime, and call you and not complain. Every time you see them, phone. They're always talking or they are chatting. It is relationship. Now, the problem with this is that this is a strength. If you don't manage it, they will spend time connecting without development. So look at your gifts, classify them. First of all, I told you identify those major ones, the other small ones that occasionally group them. Then, out of all those ones you listed, hello, are you with me? Make a summary of it. Remember you're answering them in each of them. So look at through all of them. Pick out the very consistent ones. Circle the dominant ones. 1, 2, max 3. Do these things I'm telling you because after this time, as I start teaching, I'll only be making reference of this process. I really pity those who were not here today. I'll be making reference to this process so that as the word of God is coming to you, you will be downloading it in the area of the gifting you are supposed to. Like the subject of mentorship. Jesus knew he's going to communicate. Who mentored him was a communicator. Pharisees and Sadducees, who were teachers of the law. There are key things, key decisions you are going to make related to your gifting. Having the foundation of knowledge of what I've told you, that heaven is counting on development of your gift for grace, resources, and kingdom advancement to be routed through it. Number 3, group your giftings. Even those minor ones, put them in specific groups. When we start cultivation of gift, I'm going to use this template to tell you how to cultivate. The principles is the same, but the application is different. Are you here? Are you here? Before we pray, any question? This is interactive class. You see, I left that place. Yes, give her mic. Anytime I stand here, something comes. It's like I'll be preaching from here. You notice that anytime I stand there, it's shut up. But when I climb there.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, my dear.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one is these domains.
The what?
These domains.
Okay.
Is it possible that someone can actually find themselves in all the domains?
Yes, it's possible.
It's possible.
So that is the class of people we call highly gifted. There is favor, there is highly favored of the Lord. Those kind of people, if they are not guided, they are the people that their gift becomes trouble to organization, to the church, because they feel we know too much, we have too much. They are rebels. They are conflicts, because if you don't put them in the pedestal, they want to tear whoever is sitting on that pedestal. So such persons, they are training. If you want to start training them, the first thing you train is not skill development, it's character development. To produce humility, patience, quietness, knowing that this person, that people are put in stewardship position not because they are better than you, because it's an untrusted opportunity. So when someone else is leading, they will not feel insecure. Rather, they will contribute the uniqueness of their gifting to lift that person's leadership and not take the glory. Are you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay, now thank you, sir. The second one is, can someone just only be found in the compassion state? Just only
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
For people in compassion, let me say it. It's a very deep. You see people with intercessory ministry. Hello, are you with me? Yes. Most true intercessors are private persons. True intercessors. They are not the people that carry mic and they want to stage. When you see an intercessor, they'll tell you, no, go ahead and do. I'll be praying for you. And they truly pray for you. They can spend hours praying, but they don't like spotlight. But the strong thing in their heart is compassion. Tell them a problem you have. They can go fasting, praying for you for it. The strength of compassion, people with compassion, is that they are secret keepers. They can die with your secret. They are loyal. Each of these giftings have, like you might have written, one of your talents is a loyal person. I'm telling you where it falls. It's compassion. It's compassion. One thing with these people, that God can raise them high, but one of the enemies of what they do is their heart. Once the enemy poisons their heart, everything is corrupted. So one of the things must protect is their heart. They must come to that personal development that whatever they do is unto the Lord. Hello, are you with me? Hello, are you with me? They can give someone their last card, and then the person says, is it just this 20,000? The person that gave you 20,000 doesn't even transfer it to go back. Think about, if it is you, how will you feel? All of my friends say, okay, is it just 20,000? Say, aye. Anyway, he's not a Christian. He said, aye. Bros, it's true. I just remembered someone said he will pay me money. Send me the 20,000. What I will do is that I will add more money to it. The fool will send it back. He will look at it. He is an unbeliever. He said he will come and share the one I gave you. You know, people, but for we believers, the Bible says whatever we do who? As unto the Lord. So, compassion. They are unique persons, very unique persons. So, when it comes to temperament, personality, to see them, majority of them are melancholic. They are melancholic. Sanguines, you see them relationship here. They are the life of everything. They just want to be where things are happening. Okay? Then when you have someone that have these two together, in every organization, they are the pace setters of culture. What I mean by this, if you see someone that is relational and compassionate, and a staff is sick, but this person is the boss of that staff, that boss will go to the house, visit. Have you eaten? Yes, I have. He will just call a dispatch rider. They will bring food. He will sit there, bring the food. That going the extra mile, breaking institutional protocol in terms of, oh no, you're a boss, and they don't honor that, because to them, leadership is not position, it's connection. Such people, when they leave that place, everybody that walked with them still connect with them. Yes. And that track record of kindness makes them, when it comes to merit, in terms of based on what people say, they will always call 100%. Hello, are you with me? This was what David had. David had 3. This. Hello, are you with me? Sabata, many of them was in David's shout. There was a time it was vocal. But in the days of his issues, when he was withdrawn, it was compassion, relational, and creativity. Part of his organizational was not him. He had men who were giving him counsels on how to create structure. Please, are you following what I'm saying? So, any other question? So that we, okay, if you have question, raise your hand. So I can take. You have question? You have question? Okay, you are 1, you are 2. My sister, you are 3. Abundance, right? Yes. You are 4. If there is time, we'll take your own. All right, let's go by that number. Yes.
Where do you classify? I was assuming it was going to be a creative talent. Like, where do you classify? Like, would I say a mind, a creative mind, where you put it in all these domains and it gains expression? For instance, it's just the ability to solve problems. You see a problem and you're just.
It falls here.
Okay.
But the power of it is that it's multifaceted. If you have a creative mind, you can show in vocal, you can vocalize it, you can. So most people that have it, that creative mind that can vocalize it, they become business coaches, experts. They can. You come with a business idea, they do the analysis and tell you take this trajectory. You pay them for consultation. They now become known for that. Are you getting me? A creative mind can. That's what drives innovation. That's people like Steve Jobs. They tell you the guy who is one abstract thinker. You know, their iPhone 17 release had a very bad. They lost over 100 and something billion naira. That's about 30-something% of their share dropped because the brain behind it has gone. The residues of his creativity. So it's the leftovers. So if there is no Steve Jobs, another Steve Jobs in another generation, I know there will be. It's just that bureaucracy of the organization. Maybe it may be a lower staff giving idea. The organ said, go and sit down. Hello, are you with me? Most of the businesses came out from other businesses. And usually that coming out of other businesses when the business that was in vogue could despise the council, like Kodak, all this film. Hello, are you with me? Digital camera, someone gave them the idea, they looked down on it. The man took it to somewhere else. He took off. I can't even remember how film looks like again. It's digital pictures we are doing now. I visited one bishop. I saw floppy disks. I don't know how many of you have seen a floppy disk before. I and my friend, I told him, sir, your house, by the time Jesus takes you, your house should be a museum. Floppy disk. I said, first, now we have, you see 1 terabyte in a flash drive. You see that floppy disk? 120 something. Is it how many megabytes? 128 megabytes. 128 is like one song. It's not even up to one movie. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Some people never met CD. Like my child has never seen a CD. DVD. Say that you watch DVD. No. So certain things are like that, generational changes. So creativity, most of them falls here because anybody that is good with their hands, it means their mind has some level of creativity with it. So most people that are creative, you see them, they become excellent surgeons, excellent physicians. That you give them complex case, they get diagnosis, treatment, the patient turns out. You now see the person having global referrals. They tell you they are bringing a patient or they are flying the person to Canada as the only spine micro. They will just find one name and give it. It is creativity gift. You now see an artist, he's molding a sculptor, he's building things. Creativity gift is mind. Okay? So the mind falls here. That creative mind falls here. Okay? Number 2. Hallelujah. Yes.
Like, for instance, some people are pushed to study. For instance, I have a relation who was forced to study medicine because the dad wants him to be a doctor.
It's a common story. It's not.
So can we say that's the reason why the person is not really prosper or doing very well in such professions?
Now,
thank you.
Okay, that's a very powerful question. I like this question. Now, that's why when it comes to success, the principles of success is not one. Most times, success is a combination of principles. Gifting is one of the resource for success. But beyond that, discipline is another resource for success. If someone was pushed into a field that is not his gifting, but he embraces it and gives his best, he will still succeed. He may not be the very best, but he will still excel. But anytime the problem why when people go in the area that is not their gifting, they are struggling is because the joy that comes with being with something that is natural to you, they don't have it. So they are doing it because they are not putting in their best. That's why I recommended that book, The Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell. They did an extensive meta study and found out that everybody that became best in their career puts a minimum of 10,000 hours, and behind that drive is the principle of passion. So when I teach people in career development, I tell them, undergraduates, you are told what to do. Postgraduates, you do what you want. That in postgraduate, if you still need to wake up to drag yourself to work, you are in the wrong field. You are going to do masters. You studied anatomy. Throughout your BAc, you hated anatomy. Then you are going to do masters in anatomy because you say you have no choice. Now you have choice. Don't go and do something that finishing the masters is like it's taking you 5 years. Find something that you find, maybe it's the fertility aspect or embryogenesis. Just find an aspect. Go and do masters there. That if the master's program is 18 months and the coursework is 12 months, once you finish coursework, your master's defense project is already ready before the defense date because of the joy of pursuing it. Hello, you understand what I'm saying? So why the person may not be the best is not only because of the gifting, it's because there is no passion. Because someone may find themselves in a field they don't like, but somehow may just make up their mind, this is what I have, let me make the best out of it. They actually come up the best. So that is why John C. Maxwell wrote that talent is not enough. Because if talent is enough, every gifted person should be a high flyer. So you have to now add something. So people who are not very talented enough can make up for their not very talented with exceptional practice and hard work. Hello, are you following what I'm saying? Yes. Someone that is very talented and put little practice compared to someone who is minimally talented and more practice, the man with more practice will create more results. So sometimes the excellence of a gifting, the degree of its expression in excellence, is a revelation of the discipline that is driving it behind, not because of the inherent nature of the giftings. So in the world of basketball, that is one of the unique things that was said about Kobe Bryant. You can finish a meeting or a party or something with him, by 5 in the morning he's already in the field. That is, he has done a number of hoops exercise like 1-2 hours before his colleague starts coming out. So if people may be outgifted, may outgift you, if there is any word like that, that is in their gifting. Maybe naturally when they talk and you talk, you ask yourself, who sent me to this talking thing? Don't worry, just give yourself to self-development. So if they are doing rehearsal once in a week, do every day in a week. In 5 years, they will come to you for coaching. That's the difference. Number 3. Third question.
Hallelujah. Good evening, sir. I have quite a number of questions. Number one is, how how can you classify these 5 domains in spiritual giftings? Because I think we've been talking about personal, like physical. So how can we classify all of them in spiritual giftings? Yes.
Okay.
Then my second one is it's like a personal question. So first off, I am not much of a vocal person. The least you can find me being vocal is probably when I'm singing or something. But I consider myself someone like that is compassionate. But then again,
please, sorry, I may have to correct you because singing is a vocal gift.
I mean, vocal like
in terms of talking.
Yes,
okay, all right, go ahead.
So I don't know how to communicate. But I find myself being passionate, and then I've noticed that people come to me with issues, especially emotional issues. So how do I don't know the word, but how do I do it?
Go about it.
Yes, how do I go about it?
So when you are not a very vocal person, but you're a compassionate person, you have a level of expression of the gift of speaking, but not as magnified as someone who is a vocal person. Are you getting me? Because what happens is that out of the abundance of your compassion, your mouth will speak. But it may not be as someone who is like Barack Obama or VC or even this our martyr Charlie Clark. When the guy who puts his mind is talking, I ask myself, you have not even Jesus. You can't. By the time you are done, even you that ask the question, you ask yourself, I shouldn't have even talked to this guy at all. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So what happens is that in that kind, that's now where I tell people the difference between this classification for natural giftings from spiritual gifting, that spiritual gifting has their domain, that one spiritual gifting can show up for all of them at the same time. For example, the gift of word of knowledge can come to a person with a vocal gift. I can come in and I have impression that most people here by the Spirit have depression, and probably in my mind I have prepared to teach on financial prosperity, and suddenly I'll shift and start talking about depression. How did a man know? When it comes to creativity, that same gift of word of knowledge, maybe I'm a seamstress and this person is saying, no, make it tight, and in my mind I say, madam, you know, go fit you. But that gift of word will tell me, say, even though he wants it, but arrange it like this. One gift of the Spirit can give direction and amplification for any domain of this, as against natural giftings that can be restricted to a domain. Am I communicating? That between one domain and the other one, you can have an intercept in natural giftings. But in spiritual gifting, the spiritual can dominate a domain. It is an advantage to the believer, whatever domain you are. So if you are a creative person, and then you did a project and your client is being unreasonable and is trying to not pay you, the gift of word of wisdom can just drop and tell him, okay, do you know what? Can we go around this, and so that at the end of it, you pay, I pay. Let me bear the loss to this degree, but if I deliver, not by your assessment, let others assess you and we'll get feedback. Just the idea will drop. You say it, the man will look like, hello, are you with me? Let me give you an example in the Bible. When Laban has cut down the salary of Jacob, and then Jacob now said, sir, please, you have cut down my salary. I'm married now. I have 2 wives, as a matter of fact. That's more mine with children. Let's decide my salary. And they say, what is your salary? Any goat or animal that is spotted. Laban's head calculated who they put spots. It's not you. This guy, now I have confirmed you are foolish. He agreed. That's the gift of word of wisdom. Then he now went to God in prayer. Now the agreement has thought, what should I do? Gift of word of knowledge. Now say, as the animals mate, put this in front of them. And all of a sudden, the strong ones had the spots. And after a while, that was well transferred. Are you understanding me? The strength of spiritual gift is that when one of it is activated, the carrier, no matter the domain you are, you will reign. But the physical one, The best you can have is intercept. You can have creativity with vocal. You can have creativity with organizational skill. All these event planners, they can just come, look at the event. Jesus, I entered the place. I thought I have touched the corridors of Eden. The place was looking everything white, glistening. It was so beautiful. And guess what? It was close to a court. So I think another 2 weeks or so, I came around that place. I went into the event place. I said, now here they do the program before. They did not look like the same. It means an event planner brought creativity, beautified the place. So this is the secret people use in wedding. Get a cheap hall, pay a decorator, it can turn it to heaven. Or get an expensive hall with minimal decoration. He that has ear, let them hear. I just gave you a secret. Okay? So I've answered your 2 questions. Any other one? You now see, that's the spirit of you see, that's how the spirit of counsel. You now when I answer the question without answering. So that's when this spiritual gift is activated, you achieve more. Okay? Number 4. Okay. Yeah, good evening. Yes.
Any situation coming here
is creativity. It's creativity. The person, you just need to tell something, the way they will pieces the thing. That's why the expressions of each of these, they are massive. It's just that as you keep explaining it, you keep narrowing and knowing your own. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So people that love reading, they fall into creativity, because what reading does is that it expands the horizon of the mind. When you meet a reader who has read wide, if you ask them certain things about the culture of Scotland, they will answer you not because they've been to Scotland, because they have read about Scotland. So when you meet a reader, that's why anybody here, you know that what God gave you has a global voice. Oga, one of your consecration must be reading. It's not a choice, it's a consecration. Because if not, your limited exposure in time will affect your ability to communicate with people within time. So someone who has gone through, by reading, gone beyond time, must have read things about Switzerland, certain countries, that in your explanation of maybe cultural difference, you can bring multiple cultures and bring scriptures and answer the question. And someone would say, this guy must have traveled far. He has not gone anywhere. So reading is one of the ways to make adventures to territories, experiences, memories of people that you have not participated in. Okay, that's the our time is up. G Mama, you can meet you can meet Pastor Zibi. They will explain. Were you blessed this evening? Let's rise to our feet and begin to speak to God. Tell God, my gift will work. I will use it. I will work. It will work. I will use it. I will use it. I will use it. Speak to him. Tell him, give me grace. Tell him, Lord, give me grace. Give me grace. Give me grace. Give me grace. Now you have identified your gift. If you are still having issues with identification, meet Pastor Leo or Zubi. And I will come in to help you in that. But make sure the goal of this meeting is that you would have identified your major gifts. Some of the ones that look minor, as you begin to develop yourself, some of them will start coming to major. Some of them that you wrote as 1, 2, 3, some of them you see that there is a connection between 3 of them, that they will become a unified force. But the point is, you need a direction. You need a direction. You need to know which gift should I keep giving time to. If he's giving 1 hour every day to do something about it, you need to make that commitment. Speak to him. Speak to him. Sheep you are